and there's a lot more people involved than just me. You can appreciate that I'm an architect, and I didn't think tonight I would ever become awarded excellence in engineering. You know, my son Simon had the this was his project, and he offered the idea, and I offered the gray hair to make it all happen. I just wanted to say too that it's been a very enjoyable project because it transforms St. Nicholas in a way that we are trying to create another alternative to the sun, sea, and sand in having tourism integrated with our cultural heritage. And the railway is another extension of that. It kind of improves on the family experience. I would like, however, to also recognize Kerry Knight, who was the engineer, project engineer on the project. And she, and together with Infra, they created what honestly started out looking like a real nightmare, but then turned it into a very pleasing, beautiful transformation of the landscape. So it was, all in all, a very enjoyable project working with them on it. We are now anticipating having it open for January the 21st, and we are now taking bookings and reservations on that, for that date going forward. Some of the photos here that you're seeing are in the early stages. We moved 30,000 cubic meters of material around and brought in about 15,000 meters of fill. So it was a fairly major earthworks project. Involves a lake of about nearly 2 million gallons, and you can see there now the actual train track is now being installed. Again, this is partly the process, and here we have the shed, which was undertaken by Structural Systems, and they completed it. It's to house 4 locomotives and 3 carriages. You can see one of the locomotives there, right there now. That's the train station to the left, and another picture. And it's now taking shape, and we're now starting to tie up the loose ends. The track construction is due to be completed now on Wednesday when we reach the turntable. The turntable was constructed by Preconco. It's on a 40-ton slew bearing, and 2 people can turn the 40-ton weight. So it's quite a simple process. Again, the track is the same gauge as our railway, 30 inches, and it's going to ultimately be powered by a steam locomotive that is uniquely designed because it has high and low pressure cylinders. You can see here the picture of the turntable being lifted in, 15 tons, and there it is in position. We are already ready to start taking reservations now. But of course, with a railway, as I was mentioning to the minister, we still have certification, insurance, and the minister himself, I believe, will have to approve it before it's actually started. I believe Mr. Peter Simpson has a rule book from the original railway, if I'm not mistaken, yeah? Well, we have just received ours from the UK. It's 4 inches thick, and that's homework for us. And we'll have a gift shop and a restaurant, and that's the structure right there, and washroom facilities. And of course, with the fact that it's steam, this is an old 12-ton boiler we refurbished. DM Simpson, again, they did the refurbishment of it for us. I should mention that our steam mill at St. Nicholas was installed in Barbados by D.M. Simpson back in 1890, I believe. Am I not right? And they then installed it again at St. Nicholas in 1983. So a long history of engineering. So as you can see, it's taking shape there now. This is one of the iconic views looking back over the northwest of the island as you come out from Cherry Tree Hill cutting. It will be just over a mile long, changes elevation 22 meters, and as a result of that, it does take quite a winding turn back on itself. That's actually a stone cart that we're using to build. This is a small simplex. All locomotives in the UK that are utility locomotives are yellow, and this is a small one that comes from the Thames-Severn waterway. The Hudswell Clark, and this is what the carriage looks like with mahogany and basically a very traditional open air. And this is the Hudswell Clark. It has its life in mining, very powerful locomotive. And this is the actual steam locomotive under construction in the UK. The boiler is being fitted right now. And these are just some aerial photos. You see the lake and the twisting, turning through the cliffs, and so on. The one nice thing that the railway has done is it's taken the mahogany forest and now allowed visitors to see it as opposed to it being overgrown by vines. So it has really opened up and projected the visitor experience away from the plantation yard. So that in itself has been a very good success for us. Thank you again. I appreciate very much the award, and I thank you again for tonight. Okay? Sure.